Hi everyone, I'm Dean. I'm your local Ottawa realtor, and today I'm breaking down the real differences between buying a resale home and purchasing a new construction property here in Ottawa in 2026, so you can decide which path matches your goals, timeline, and budget. Number one, what you're buying. So, resale home is a pre-existing property in the market, often found in established, mature neighborhoods with schools around them, parks, and amenities already in place. Now, the biggest difference here is the new builds. If you're in an immature neighborhood, meaning that it hasn't been built up yet, you're basically being surrounded by all construction all around you. New construction is brand new built homes, built to the latest building codes and energy standards, often in developing areas. This is more like the outskirts or redevelopment areas, like in Westboro, like in the center town, and all that stuff. The difference is the price points between all of those different areas. Um, Being in the outskirts is great if you're looking for a brand new property at a good price, but you're going to see fewer amenities all around you. Number two is timing and move in. So, a resale home, typically you can get immediate occupancy once the deal closes. So, no waiting for building completion and all that stuff. Whereas new construction, you may have to wait a few months or even over a year for new construction to finish, especially in the pre-con stages. So, like if you're getting a pre-con agreement, um, delays due to weather or supply issues are pretty common. So, keep that in mind. Like if you're getting something pre-con and you're 14 months out, well, it might actually be 16 or 17 months out, uh, when it all gets finished up. So keep that in mind when you are looking at new constructions. Number three, pricing and financial structure. So resale home, typically they are a little bit less expensive than a newly built home, and prices can sometimes be negotiated. Deposits are pretty standard, typically between 5 to 10%, and then the deposit is upfront. Then your down payment comes on closing date. There is no HST on most resale homes unless they're depending on what it is, but typically like 99% of the homes that you see in Ottawa, there will be no HST onto them. Now, new construction homes, they often have a higher base price, especially once you add, once you have upgrades and finishes, they will start to tally up quite a bit. Multiple deposits are available over time, so totaling around 15 to 20% typically is what you're going to see, which can tie up your funds for a long period, which is a little bit scary. So if you're on a 14-month pre-con deal, you might be tying up your 15 to 20% within the next 8 months or 6 months or 5 months, whatever they have in your agreement. HST applies, but there are tons of rebates, which is also a great thing for buying new construction. Number four is customization and features. Resale homes, you can't do anything. Then what it is what it is. You're not changing anything. The only thing you can do is add additions after or change by doing renovations or adding extra costs once you've owned it. New construction, it is quite different. You can choose your layouts, you can choose your finishes, you can choose your floor plans, lighting, and tons more, especially early in the build process. You build with modern energy efficient systems and contemporary layouts, which is much different than resale homes where you kind of sometimes see those older style layouts that don't really match with what's in today's current era. Now, number five is going to be the maintenance and warranties. So, resale homes, older systems. So, you have an older roof, HVAC, plumbing. You may need maintenance or replacements sooner. So, that is one thing you want to keep in mind. There is no builder warranty unless the property is, a couple of years old and there still is some builder warranty remaining. The difference is when you go to a new construction home, you're fully covered under Terry-on warranty in Ontario, protecting against defects in material and workmanship for several years. Now, lower maintenance needs. This means lower maintenance in the early years because everything is brand new. For the first 10 years, you're going to have a really, really good, like a really good experience with the brand new home. Whereas you might see little things come as drawbacks on a resale property. Now, the big one here is location. So, neighborhood and lifestyle. A resale home is going to have mature trees, existing community vibe, transit access, and established services contribute to the lifestyle value. Whereas, one of my biggest gripes with new construction is going to be growing neighborhoods. They still might be building infrastructure like schools and shops, but often have modern parks and some trails and planned amenities, but they don't have the vibe of an Alta Vista, Westboro, a Glebe, a Centertown, and things like that. Number seven is going to be the resale value and the market dynamics. Resale homes, proximity to the established services can help with long-term value and appeal. New construction homes, some buyers see price appreciation between contract and completion, especially in the active markets. Remember, resale value is influenced by location. So quality of build and future community development will factor that in. There are some new builds that actually drop in value in the first, 3 to 5 years, what we've seen over the last couple of years. So keep that in mind. Typically, what we're seeing with resale homes, especially in the inner city core, there is quite a bit of equity building coming in the future, with some slower equity coming from the new construction builds. Now, if you need to move now, if you value established neighborhoods, good character, budget and negotiation flexibility are important. So this is where you would be choosing a resale home. Now, if you want more modern designs, lower maintenance, customization, and warranties that matter to you, or you can wait a little bit for a new build, the new construction might be the way to go. And also factoring in the deposit and timing. So all these things, they separate all properties in a different way, but you got to find what makes the most sense for you, whether it's a resale property or whether it's a new build. No matter which route you choose, resale or new construction, Ottawa's market in 2026 offers great options. I'm here to guide you through each step and help you make the best choice for your lifestyle and financial goals. And I always say it really, like, the housing market doesn't stop for anybody. There's always people upsizing, downsizing, relocating, changes in family, changes in finances, changes in lifestyle. There is going to be tons of inventory available compared to the last few years, which is great. And it's going to give a lot of buyers and sellers a lot of options. So if you're buying and selling, if you're just moving into the city, you do have more options than before. The new builds are not flying off the shelves like they used to. The resale properties are not having bidding wars. They are much easier to obtain, and there is a little bit more negotiation. Now, if you're looking for the new build route, I do have exclusive promotions with certain builders. So if you're looking at certain neighborhoods, certain builders, I can get you something a little bit more better than just walking into a builder and dealing with themselves. Now, if you're looking at resale properties, that's where we've got to really have a plan. If you're looking to get a really good deal on a certain property in a certain area, we got to have a plan put in place so we can find that good deal and also find the home that you love. At the end of it, new homes, old homes, resale homes, characters with character, homes with character, homes that are modern. That doesn't matter. You got to love the home first and foremost, and that's what we got to find. Um, Hunting for a deal is great, but finding a home that is perfect for your family is even better. So, if you guys have any questions about that, or are just in the beginning stages of your journey and want to know how you can find the best homes and what's going to suit you the most, click the free link below. It's a one-on-one with me. It's all free. You don't have to commit to anything. It's just for me to give you kind of a breakdown of what's happening in the Ottawa market, so you can have a little bit more assurances on what you're searching for and what is going to be the best outcome for you and your family, as opposed to just looking out there blindly and clicking on a bunch of websites that may or may not have the information that you need. So I think the information for 2026 is going to be the most important thing. If you guys have any questions or want to know more about these types of videos or want to know more about new builds or resale homes, click the link below, follow for more, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.